Hello, whoever's watching. Hope you're doing well, wherever you are. Say hi. Hi, Cynthia. Get this feeling it's a bit of an anxious feeling. Hmm. Are you feeling a little anxious? Maybe by chance. Uh, yes, I have to admit I've been there before. It's definitely a thing. I almost quit there a couple days ago. I lasted all of, what, 5.5 hours? And then I had a feeling that something stressful was about to happen, so I went and I grabbed a pack of cigarettes. It's a good thing I did. And then I did a 7-hour live stream, and I crashed for the weekend. So now I'm back. I did the water and earth signs yesterday, so they are up. And I did the fire signs tonight, and it wasn't really much of a turnout for water signs, but I guess I can do water signs tomorrow. Or if there's enough of the water signs that want to pop in and say, yes, I'm a water sign, I'll pull some cards for you. Or, sorry, air sign. My bad. Hello, whoever you are jumping into the chat. So where are we all from tonight? Very cool. Oh, very cool. Very nice and warm. Nice and warm in Texas, that's for sure. Well, it's supposed to be anyway. Hmm. The weather up here in the north has been rather unpredictable. Welcome in, everybody. It's a little late for a yeah, Shay. How are you? Welcome in. Glad you're coming in. Throw a like button up there if you'd like me to tap into you. There might be a message here for you tonight. Great Spirit, ancestors, guides, guards, protectors, angels, divine light, please guide me in this channeling of messages for the collective. Please only allow anything in of our highest good and protect us against anything that isn't. Any negative sent out to me or the collective tonight, let it be sent back to sender and let them be bound from doing harm. Harm against other people and harm against themselves. I thank you all for tuning in tonight. All donations are greatly accepted. I'm very grateful and thankful. It can be done by PayPal. I believe all the description box below should have all the information. Hi, Joy. Again, I thank you all for being here tonight. I'm going to start off with an oracle card for overall energy. Sacred Feminine, Mary Magdalene, please provide us with an oracle card. We got the card Surrender. Sacred Sexuality, Ingratitude, sometimes blessings show up as small little tiny things, tiny moments. And Spirit's calling us to show gratitude for those tiny moments. Those tiny little moments of joy, little moments of gratitude, of love, of thanks. It could be the sun shining through the clouds, where the clouds open up and a beam of sunshine comes through. It could be a rainbow after a storm. Those tiny little moments that kind of take our breath away and bring us back to earth. And this is also about showing gratitude to the lessons that we've learned over the years of experience, of life university that we've gone through. It's also showing with sacred sexuality, it's showing a sacredness within our relationships. What the hell? No, I didn't want to delete it, Dead Stars. Thank you. That was a lot of effort to put into that. I hope it's showing up again. Sacred sexuality is talking about taking your relationships to the next level. Okay, this is about showing reverence to your other person, your partner. You know, showing validity, showing accountability, showing love, showing uh, authenticity for your partner, and being in union with your partner. And if not, within yourself, treating yourself such as a temple rather than being a hoe bag. Okay, no donuts here tonight. Treating your body the way that you feel worthy of. This is about surrendering to the divine, surrendering to the higher power. Some of us are going through a lot of trials and tribulations, and we're having to sacrifice a lot of our time, our energy, and we're getting very little back. But this card is reminding you to understand that the divine sees all that you are doing. And that divine light within you is driving you and pushing you forward into the next season. And in this next season, you will find fruit. You will have the ability to be. And this isn't to be in lack of. This is to be in reverence and abundance of. This is to say that the divine's got you. The divine will catch you. And the divine will always provide. So I hope if that resonated. Spirit Brothers! Hey, buddy, what's going on? Welcome in. I'm glad you're here. And yes, I definitely want to collaborate, so reach out to my email, will you? Alright, so we're going to get the energy of the evening. Maybe get some messages. I've been working on my playing cards, my deck, my own little deck that I have here. Playing cards. So I've been kind of busy doing that, putting like the uppers and the lowers. So some of them have it, some of them don't, but I'm going to give them a shot. That would be sweet. Alright, what's the collective energy? We've got a liar, we've got a manipulator, we've got a deceiver. Jack of Swords. What's going on with the Jack of Swords? We've got an unstable, cold-hearted, gold digger, selfish wench of a Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so we've got a Swords and a Pentacle. So we've got an air sign and a earth sign out here, sitting here. What's going on with them? We got the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands. Okay. Talk to me, Spirit. What's going on with these fools? Will my wife come back? Probably after you start drinking. That's what Spirit's telling me. New love union, soulmate, Two of Cups, and then we've got the Eight of Pentacles. Oh, they're falling back in love. They're trying it again. Okay, looks good on them. We got Four of Cups here too. So what's going on? Talk to me. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. You try to move away from your ex, and all that happens is they jump into your reading and infiltrate every single one. Welcome to my life. How's everybody doing tonight? Six of Swords, walking away. Yeah, I'm walking away from both of them because both of them are losers. They need to get a life. Like, literally, they need to get a life. Like, no. There's no third party bullshit going on here. We've got a Three of Swords, you know, healing, Two of Pentacles, trying to balance out, yet there's no rest for the wicked with the Four of Wands coming out. No rest for the wicked. The Four of Wands, yeah. No, the Four of Swords. And I got the Wands on the other side. That's kind of funny. But no, it's the Four of Swords that I was talking about. But I wrote down Wands for some stupid reason. Anyway. Hi, Opa. Hello. What's up for Sag? Hey, Patricia. I just actually posted fire signs tonight. So if you feel like it's not resonating for you, you might want to jump out and go check out the fire signs read. It's about an hour long. If you're looking for your energy check-in, you might be in for love with a new, quite possibly a fire sign. Who knows? Nine of Pentacles. So somebody's thinking and dealing with their own. Yeah, this is probably who I'm speaking to, the collective here. But you're dealing with a Jack of Swords and a Queen of Pentacles that you're walking away from. You're walking away from all the stupid drama that they've created. They don't know whether or not to shit or get off the pot, and whether or not they love themselves or they don't love themselves. And one of them in particular is totally obsessed with you, and the other one is has come to love to hate you. So it's just a little bit of uh I don't know, a shit show. And then here you are healing, you're trying to balance out your pentacles, and you're having to deal with the fact that it's not allowing you to give yourself some time to rest, because if it's not rest that you're needing, it's stress that you're needing to get away from. So it's been this vicious circle, and all you're doing is focusing on your Nine of Cups. You're focusing on your self-love. You're focusing on the ability to nurture yourself and heal and work on your shadow work, you know so welcome in from Russia. Eight of Cups. We've got Eight of Cups. You're walking away from this bullshit. I know I am. I don't know about you, but I am. What part of Russia? Makes no difference. I'm not a hater. Just as long as we're looking at love for humanity, that's all that matters. If you're looking to chop our heads off, guess what? You deserve the same treatment. So that's just the way I feel. You deserve the same treatment you bestow upon others. So we got an Ace of Cups here. We've got a King of Wands. So there's quite possibly a fire sign coming in. We got a Ten of Wands. There's definitely some ending. There's definitely some sort of ending happening. But this is the completion. But I do see that there's some sort of a King of Wands coming in. Whoever I'm talking to. Could be talking to myself. But, Aries has actually got somebody coming in that is going to blow their socks off, which is pretty awesome. Got the Five of Cups. Kind of having a hard time getting over these fools, though, because they're a bunch of fucking losers. Um, they should have known to maybe treat you better. They wouldn't have gotten so cold of reaction from the hoovering. So the ex tried to hoover back in, didn't work. Goes ahead and frickin' messages me on Valentine's Day, early in the morning. Something oddly stupid, basically outing themselves. Basically saying that I'm calling them on their shit. King of Pentacles, yeah. And then the King of Cups, emotionally manipulating. Yikes. Okay, can we get out of this energy, spirit, please? Okay, so for now on, I don't want my exes infiltrating, into my reading. This is for the collective, okay? Get it? Got it good? Please? This is about the collective, not about me. We got Three of Cups. It could be a celebration, or it very well could be something to do with a third party. With this energy, fuck right off. Anyway, the Six of Pentacles. We got some balance with give and take. We got the Seven of Wands. Lots of hostile energy moving forward, or quite possibly stagnance of, you know, persistent energy. And then we've got the Four of Wands. We're talking about a union. We're talking about quite possibly a marriage. And then we got the Six of Cups. We're talking about the past coming back, nostalgic energy. And then we have the Nine of Cups on the bottom of the deck, which is basically talking about self-love, um, getting back into nurturing self. Okay, Spirit, what's going on? Give me some energy on the collective. We've got 12 people, 3 likes. If you want me to tap into you, give a like. Give a like, give a like, give a like. Let's get those likes up. King of Pentacles. We're talking about an earth-bearing person. So maybe Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is a relatively stable person. They want to try to be. They're um, financially secure. Jack of Pentacles. Again, a younger version of the King of Pentacles. Could you do a reading for me? Yeah, there's a possibility that you can get a personal reading. But that would require you to reach out to my email. I'm going to try the personal readings a little different, where I'm going to send you a link, and that way we can do the readings and have them on YouTube, and you can access them anytime. So they'll be recorded live readings in private, so that way you can access the reading via link. We're going to try that for a change. Hello, Lex. How are you? Welcome in. All right, the King of Wands and Ace of Cups. So there's somebody with a fire sign, quite possibly Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, with the Ace of Cups. So there very well could be a love offer coming in to a, or for a, or from a King of Wands. Should be in the description box. At least it should be. Maybe I will check with my tablet just to make sure. Worst case scenario, check out one of my other videos on my page and it'll have all the information below in the description box. But I'm gonna give it a shot and see if it's there or not. Smash the like button, guys. Thank you very much. Welcome in, everybody. Do I have any of my regular crew here tonight? You know who you are. Can you make yourself known, please? Okay, so what am I looking for? That's right, that's right, that's right. Do my channel. Card polls. We got 9 watching. Ooh, it looks like 10. Juanita! Hello, my dear. How's it going, my dear? Okay. Turn this down. Ugh. Okay, so let's see. Description box. Yes, it is. You're gonna have to click on the little 3 dots and more. You can have access to join the channel as well. My PayPal information is in there. With your donations, it's going to qualify you for a particular reading. All that information is there as well. There's an email there to book a personal reading, which I'm now moving to YouTube. So I will connect to you through the email or through um, PayPal. If you do the donation through PayPal, I'll give you the link through PayPal Messenger. Um, if you reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram, please do me a favor and send me a message and say that you're not a stalker and that you've seen one of my YouTube videos or Facebook videos. Please, be greatly appreciated. Because if you know, you know. I tend to block people that just add me up for nothing with no correspondence whatsoever. It's kind of boring. That is amazing. Good stuff, Juanita. Now, I'll tell you right now, when you go to get your strings, try to find out what kind of class of strings that you have, because there's the light, there's the extra light, and the ultra lights, and then they have the regulars. And it's almost kind of like going in and buying a pack of cigarettes, okay? The regulars are more, there's more string, there's more meat there, okay? Compared to the extra lights that are very little string. Lex, thank you. All right. So the lighter the string, the less damage on your fingers when you're learning. Okay, but the less string there is, the less resonance you're gonna get. So you're not gonna get as much sound. So thank you so much for the little donation there, Lex. Let's see what the cards have to say for you. Do you have any particular questions or anything that you'd like me to touch on for you? Do you have any questions? Thank you, Lexa. Welcome in. You got the 10 of Cups up coming out here for you, by the looks of it. However, you've been through the war, my dear. The Five of Wands is coming out here and is sharing that you've been through a lot of conflict in the past. Something to do with some sort of a manipulator, by the looks of it. But you're needing to use your intuition at this time, please. Okay, stop second guessing your inner voice because that's a big factor in your safety. Okay, so keep that in mind going forward. But you got a 10 of Cups you're working towards. Terry Clark, hello. Are you the singer? So yeah, with the Ten of Cups, it's looking pretty good for you. You just need to follow your inner heart space, okay, going forward. Mainly just due to the fact that, okay, so you have spirit guides. This is a confirmation, okay? They are trying to steer you in the right direction. You're feeling a little bit lost due to the cognitive distance, due to this manipulator, okay? So your guides are trying to guide you in the right direction, and it might be seeming a little unorthodox, but Spirit's asking you to trust it because it's all about love. It's all about nurturing yourself. It's all about being in your own personal energy and showing reverence to that. Okay? It's also about tuning into your inner energies and the energies around you. Okay? And that will literally bring you to your Ten of Cups. Okay? It will lead you there. You're literally coming out of a time of a tower. So you're coming out of a reconstruction and a revamping of who you are as a person, how you want to show up, what you want to do with your life, where you want to go, what direction is it, what direction do you want to go in. This is all a big, huge factor in the whole thing because you're finding yourself free again after a lot of turmoil, a lot of tribulation. Now, let's see what else is coming out for you. Does this all resonate with you, Lex? Thank you for stopping in there, Terry. I hope you're having a good night tonight. You're feeling kind of deflated, though, is what I'm getting. We've got the Ace of Wands popping out here. It's upside down right now. Okay. Feeling a little deflated. Okay. Um, but that's okay. Like, it's okay. Sometimes you need to take a break. Sometimes you need to take a rest. Sometimes you need to exhale, right? But you also have to remember, okay, now, you might want to exhale and just keep exhaling, exhaling, exhaling until it's all out. That's fine and dandy. That's good to do once in a while and to be aware of that, right? But you always have to remember to breathe in. Always breathe in the good air. Always breathe in the good vibes. You know, if you're feeling relatively anxious or in a position where you need to recalibrate your energy, breath is your answer. Okay? When we are feeling anxious, when we're feeling dizzy, when we're feeling kind of out of place and lost, our heart starts beating a little louder and a little harder, does it not? And it brings us back to our heart space. It brings us back to who we are. It brings us back to our breath naturally. Okay? But we tend to ignore the fact that our heart is beating out of our chest and we're wondering why. And it's because we're failing to see that. We're failing to, we're looking outside of ourselves instead of within ourselves for the answer. Okay? We're continuously getting distracted by everything outside of ourselves. So when we're feeling anxious, when we're feeling a little bit stressed out, it's better to go within. Find out what's stressing us out. Have a look at it. See what we can do to maybe make it better, maybe heal it, maybe banish it, depending on the situation. Okay? Understand that the pain that we go through, sometimes it's destructive. Maybe it's there to break something down for you. Maybe it's there to be a wrecking ball. Okay? Maybe it's there to heal. You got to know what kind of pain you're dealing with, whether it's there to destruct something and to banish it and to get rid of it, or is it to heal? Is it to nurture? Is it to take care of? All right. So keep that in mind when you're going forward with how you're feeling about yourself and how you're holding yourself. Don't allow what's going on out around you to affect the way you treat yourself because you are enough. You always have been enough. You've never been too much. You've always been just enough. So stay true to you and your heart space. Okay? You're having to make a decision. You're going on a journey. Okay? You're having to change direction, which is okay. Change is good. It gives you new scenery. It gives you new possibilities. It brings you to uh, new lands, new, I don't know, like it's going to bring you to a new horizon. Okay? And allow spirit to work through you. Okay? if you trust in the divine light that is within you, that is connected to this all powerful energy all around us, you get to really see the truth. You really get to see how connected we all really are. It's pretty amazing stuff. And I'm speaking from personal experience. I'm not just tooting my horn. I thank you all for joining me tonight. All right. Let's do a. Okay, so if you are a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and Earth sign, if you are a fire sign, you are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. If you are a air sign, you are a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If you are a water sign, you are a Pisces, Cancer, or a Scorpio. So put your element in the chat, please, if you'd like a couple cards. Libra gang, O'Shea, O'Shea. All right, Libra. You're letting go of some things that you're not wanting to carry with you anymore. You're putting your fucking groceries down. You're taking out the trash. You're healing. Okay? You're healing from a space of time where you're just done. You are absolutely done. There's nothing left there. And you're walking away. I'm so happy for you. It's very difficult. Now, you're actually going to get your flowers for this. There's testimony here. I almost get the world card coming out too at some point for this situation because I see you learning some lessons that you were meaning to learn for quite some time. But for some odd reason, they just kept continued to repeat themselves. It's almost like it's like a groundhog day almost. Okay, where it's just like you kept waking up and you're dealing with the same fucking thing over and over and over again. You're stepping into your power. You're stepping into who you are and what you're meant for. You're finding out what your purpose is. You're going towards that 10 of Cups. You're going towards that wish fulfillment, and that's what's driving you. You're feeling a little bit stuck, though. You could have car trouble. There could be situations going on with a possible journey that might be canceled. However, uh, just be, just know that it's divine protection. Okay, with the Nine of Wands and the Four of Wands upside down, uh, you're done. You're done with some sort of a marriage, some sort of something. Okay, there's a relationship that's no longer serving you. There was possibly a wedding or a celebration of a wedding or an engagement, but that's as far as it went. Like it once after that engagement, it just went to shit. Okay, and even at the engagement, Spirit's saying that it was a little bit less than stellar of a situation, due to drama, due to quarrels, due to fighting, due to drama, like rumors, a whole bunch of shit drama that you really didn't even need. Okay, so ultimately, you're coming out of that, and you're going through a healing time. Spirit, what's going on here? Talk to me. O'Shea. Okay, so you're moving forward. The chariot's spun itself up right side up again, which is good. Judgment is being had. You need to stop being so fucking critical on yourself. Okay, stop being so. Uh, stop beating yourself up. Okay, stop bad talking your. Stop shit talking yourself. Okay, treat yourself with a little bit more respect and dignity. Okay, stop being so hard on yourself. O'Shea, the reason why I say this is because we got the Nine of Cups coming out, okay, and we got the Four of Cups. Okay, you don't want to see your blessings. You're letting this shit get to you. You're getting bitter because of it, and you're letting the bitterness seep out into your blessings. So you're not receiving some blessings because of your bitterness. And Spirit's also saying that your boundaries are so far up that you're not even allowing the boundary. You can't even see the blessings. Your boundaries and your walls are up so much. You got to let your boundaries down a little bit. This isn't to say that you're not going to be protected, but there's going to be red flags to tell you whether or not this is okay or not. Okay? And that's where you act accordingly. If there's no red flags, then there's no reason to have your boundaries up. You can trust in the divine that the divine's got you. Okay? The divine's not going to put anything in your path that you can't handle. Okay? Especially if you're going to have faith in the divine, that the divine's got you, the divine's going to protect you. But you have to have that little relationship with the divine. So this is what I'm saying. Get reacquainted with the divine if you don't have a relationship yet. Okay? Because the divine saved my life. Okay? I know the divine's real. I know that divine light within me is real. I know that divine light and that energy is all around me. Okay? It creates miracles out of thin air, and it's absolutely miraculous. Okay? You got justice coming. Okay? You're thinking people didn't see what happened? You know what happened. You know what happened, and you're not fucking crazy, okay? Justice is coming, okay? Some people are going to be judged for what they did to you, okay? Justice is coming, whether it's divine or whether it's uh, provincial or stateside law, okay? Whether it's in the 3D, 5D, doesn't really matter. There's justice coming. Divine justice is being had in the situation that you're dealing with right now, O'Shea. O'Shea, all right? So trust, trust. Something to do with a Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, somebody in a negative position of this. So this is a financial manipulator. This is someone very unstable with their money, with their investments, with their house, with their whatever. If this is resonating with you, this particular person, okay, okay, this is things are going to be starting to move forward with this whole thing. Okay, you're going to be able to move away from this. There's a new journey. There's a new something going on here, a new awareness, a new focus, a new perspective, something going on here. All right. So ultimately, when you got this going on, be a little bit more nurturing with yourself, just like the oracle cards were saying in the beginning. Okay, find a sacredness about yourself. Find what's sacred about you and who you are and what you stand for. Okay. I hope that helped. All right. So who do we got on the list here? Give me a minute. Okay, so we got Yasha. Yasha with the white puppy on the tag. Yasha, are you still with us tonight? Yasha, are you still here? Yasha. Oh, I love the puppy. The puppy's so cute. You're very welcome, Osha. O'Shea. O'Shea. O'Shea, 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 feeling hot, hot, hot. Oh, wow. My goodness. That's wild, that flex. It's a Samoyed. Okay. Is that like a half of Android? I don't know. Is it an Android dog? Does it have a chip? No, I'm kidding. I'm just being funny. Um, Yasha. What's going on with Yasha? Yasha. Hello, Yasha. We got some Ace of Pentacles coming out. Somebody's lying to you. Somebody's deceiving you, though. I don't know what's going on with that. We're going to get into it. Two of Wands is coming out. Six of Wands is coming out. Got the High Priestess and the Hierophant. Okay, so you know you've been lied to. You know where you've been duped. You know that there's been some sort of deception happening in your life or in your community or your collective. You're very aware as a person, okay? You're focusing on your stability, you're focusing on what's important to you. However, there is definitely a commitment being lost here, okay? There's definitely some sort of a connection, quite possibly lost in a higher power or quite possibly with the church. Maybe you walked away. Maybe you found out that they were lying to you. Maybe what they were talking about in their sermons just was not adding up. Maybe you were looking within yourself. Maybe you're having the ability to look within your own inner voice, inner intuition, and maybe you're finding the Christ consciousness within. Maybe you're finding that, the pathway that Christ walked, you could very well walk that too. You could be that ascended master. This is all opening up to you now. Now, you're going to get a huge stability win coming in for you in the next little while. It could be a new job, it could be a new purpose, it could be a new bit of money coming in, it could be some sort of a money offer or a donation or something. But there's definitely some new stability, new job, new house, new something. It's coming in for you coming up. You are having to go to a different direction, though. You're having to switch your focus to a new perspective, quite possibly, or take a new direction. There's a fork in the road up ahead, and you're going to have to make a decision. And this is going to definitely change the course of your life. It's not just any old little decision. You could be moving. That could have something to do with the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so keep that in mind going forward. All of the work that you've put into this, though, is not all for nothing. This is the Six of Wands. This is you getting the recognition for what all the hard work you put into something. Okay, this is you getting your flowers. This is you getting your parade. This is you getting your party. Okay, this is you getting your celebration of hard work well done. Okay, so this is your pat on the back. Okay, this is coming to you soon. Could very well be a birthday party. It could be an anniversary party. Could be a work party. It could be a lot of different things. Maybe an opening of a business. It very well could mean. We've got the Fool on the bottom of the deck. This is talking about taking a leap of faith, using discernment. Okay, the right side up is talking about just jumping both feet in. Okay, but when you get right down to it, you learn from your lessons that you've learned from. You're not going to just jump right in anymore. Just because it's a little bit more chaotic than it used to be out there. You're just kind of going with the moment, going with the vibe. Okay, still use your intuition. Let your intuition, your inner voice guide you going forward. All right. So we got a page of pentacles coming out. Yeah. So the Page of Pentacles, it very well could be a page coming forward with a new offer, a new financial offer. This also could have something to do with the Ace of Pentacles. So you got a lot of energy coming in, a lot of new possibilities. Use your inner voice to your advantage. Find that inner heart space, that connection with the divine. Okay, don't allow a book to tell you what to do or how to do it. Okay? Go within. Stop looking outside of yourself for the answers where spirit is, because spirit is a part of who you are. Okay? You are a part of what spirit is. You are that spirit, that human experience happening. Okay? Uh, with the spirit within you. Okay? Everybody has a piece of that divine spirit. It helps our heartbeat. It gives us life. It works our consciousness, our spirit, our overall soul. It's all connected. All right. So if you don't think you're not, if you don't think you're right, or if you don't think there's something going on with you that's in the right caliber of energy, you got to recenter yourself. Go back to your heart space. Okay. And this is the teachings that Jesus teach. Okay. This is what Jesus taught back in the day about going with love, compassion, understanding, forgiveness. Okay. And this is a lot about how you are going to receive these flowers because of the work you've done. Okay, you're very compassionate, you're very loving, you're very kind. You like to provide service to others. You're doing your best to help others. Something to tells me that you're kind of working in a place where you're trying to alleviate people from their pain. So it very well could be nursing, it could be a PSW, it could be, you're caring for people in some sort of way. And this is something that you wake up for every day. Um, this is just something that it's kind of come over me here spiritually. So if that resonates, I hope that helps. But you've got some good things coming for you. Just stay strong. Yes, I read the Fool like I've had a broken brain. Yes. Yes. All right. I hope that resonated. Who do we got on the list? Who do we got on the list? Cynthia Riley, are you still with us, my dear? And then Juanita. Awesome, Cynthia. Okay. Let's see what we got, Spirit. What do we got for Cynthia? She's been very patient. I definitely have connections with star seeds. Yes, I do. I am an indigo. Spirit and the divine speaks through me all the time. I'm a poet and didn't know it. All right, Spirit. What do we got for Cynthia? Cynthia, 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 Cynthia. Your anxiousness kind of settled down since you jumped in. You're kind of enjoying the chat. You're kind of enjoying the vibe. Hmm. What am I feeling here? You're kind of confused though. You're not too sure. You're not too sure what you're going to get out of tonight. You're kind of going with the flow. There's something that you want to ask, but you're not sure if I'll have an answer for you. Why do I have to, why am I thinking it's something to do with your self-worth? Spirit's telling me to tell you you need to fill your own love cup before you can receive love from someone else. Okay? And I'm gonna tell you why. Okay? When you fill your own love cup, it brings you to a position of not relying on someone else to do it for you. You're not allowing someone to take that much control over you. Okay? All the love that they give you, they can take back, and it's not going to impact you because your cup is already full. All the love they gave you made the cup runneth over. So all that love basically just goes back to them. When they go ahead and they take their love back, you're not left with an empty cup when you fill it yourself. Okay, and this also takes back into connection the connection that you have with the divine. Because when you reconnect and when you have that connection with the divine, the unconditional love that you feel is, you can't even put it into words. Okay, there's no words to describe the feeling that you feel when you're connected with the divine. Okay, and this is literally keeping me going. This is literally opening my eyes every single day. If it wasn't for that, I don't think I'd be even here. There would be no purpose for it. Okay, so let the divine work through you, whatever the case may be. But understand that you need to fill your own cup. No one else out there is going to fill that void for you. Okay? That's a big message. And once you start filling that cup, once you start nurturing yourself, once you start putting that energy into who you are, okay, you're not going to be in need of looking for it outside of yourself. You're going to be totally content 100% within yourself. You're not going to be lonely when you're alone. You're going to appreciate your solitude with no other people's energy trying to project onto you. You're able to stay in your own energy and stay in your own bubble and be able to converse and receive messages from the divine due to the fact that it's so quiet. You're not having all this other energy bombard you, okay? And this is a lot of how I get my messages. This is how a lot through the last year and a half of how I healed. Because having that unconditional love from the divine and realizing that's where it came from, it didn't come from uh, just out of thin air, okay? And that connection that you have with spirit is divine and just in itself. A lot of people think it's a joke. It's not. It literally saved my life. So, if any the haters think that I don't deserve to be here or that, that I don't deserve to have this platform or whatever the case may be, they can go and they can eat dirt for all I care. It makes no difference to me, you know. They didn't live my life. They wouldn't last 10 minutes living my life. To go through what I gone through? No, they wouldn't last 10 minutes. They'd be running home to mommy crying, shitting themselves. So, anyhow, let's get back to Cynthia's reading. All right, Spirit, what do we got for Cynthia? Okay, so what do we got here? Okay, so we got some secrets coming to light, Cynthia. Okay, there's some different things that are going to be coming out of the darkness. So brace yourself. It might piss you off, but it'll set you free. Okay, so you're done with the fighting. Okay, you're being. I know where the anxiousness is coming from. Okay, you've lost trust in yourself because the previous decisions that you've made have kind of put a bit of chaos into your life. Okay, and it's due to the fact that you kind of did something without really thinking it through. And you know what? It happens to the best of us. Okay, we don't usually see it right at the get-go, and we're kind of walking into it, and then we realize, okay, there's leeches. Damn it. Okay. And meanwhile, it's a nice looking it's a nice looking pool, and all of a sudden you got leeches all over your legs that you didn't realize they were there. So, uh, you got the fool upside down. We're talking about being analytical about our using discernment. We're using the ability to, you know, uh, take accountability for our actions, being intentful and mindful in our actions, right? And you are, instead of like sending shit back, you're like transmuting it, you're grounding it. You're not allowing it to bother you, you're letting it roll off your back. That's very difficult to do, my dear. You know, it's not that easy to do, especially when you're quite possibly dealing with a manipulator. But we'll see. I just get that feeling. It's got that feeling to it. Like you're having a hard time trusting yourself because of what other people have told you all these years, what other people have grilled into your head that you've kind of got programmed in your brain now. It could be family you're dealing with that. Okay, everybody kind of put you in this little stupid box that you didn't deserve to be in. But you're moving out of that. You're having a new look, a new perspective on that. You've got this journey ahead of you, like this destiny led journey, like spirit's moving you towards something now with the chariot here. And there's only a certain amount of people that are actually driving these chariots. These are influential people. These are people that they're game changers. They're bosses, right? So you got shit going on for you. You're not somebody just playing around for nothing. You're walking away. You're walking away. You're taking the lessons that you learned from this situation. You're walking away. You're not allowing it to dictate to you what you're going to do with your life. You're being more analytical, and you're finding out that there was a lot of deception, a lot of illusion. I swear you're dealing with a narcissist. Okay, somebody that doesn't want to take accountability for their own actions. Somebody that don't want to take up and make right and pick up the pieces, or at least help you pick up the pieces. Okay, you very well could be talking about a swords, an air sign. Okay, page of swords, somebody that's bringing you some new information, new communication. Okay, but is it going to be fruitful information? What is it going to be? Is it going to be lies? Is it going to be, somebody's trying to get rid of the toxicity in their life with the devil? They're trying to get rid of addictions, whatever the case may be. You very well could have been addicted to trauma bond with them. Let's see, what else is going on for Cynthia? Yeah, there's been a huge injustice done onto you. You've been taken for granted, and you had no other choice but to take a knee. Like, you're exhausted, my dear. No fucking doubt. You're done. Done, done, done. Now, yeah, you're moving towards a new life. Okay? You got the Ace of Pentacles sitting here. Okay? I'm like rooting you on. I've got my pom poms in the air, just like I don't care, and I'm rooting you on. Keep going forward. Do not turn around. Just keep going, my dear. Don't fucking stop. Don't fucking stop. They're probably gonna reach out to you, and they're probably gonna be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm an asshole." They're probably gonna do a lot of admittance. Okay? Or they might just gaslight you even more. They gaslight you even more, if you hold them accountable every single time, that's all that needs to happen. Hold them accountable. Do not let go. Do not surrender. Do not submit to that. That is one thing you don't surrender to. Okay? If you're going to have to surrender, surrender to the higher power. Don't surrender to them. Okay? Because in the end, there will be no mercy with with the divine vengeance that's going to be bestowed upon them. They have no clue what's coming. Okay, so any other messages for Cynthia? What's going on with Cynthia? Okay, so take your guard down a bit. Okay, you got your guard way the fuck up there, and it's dealing with your anxious. You're deflated. Okay, you're deflated right now. Okay, that's why your guards are so. Okay, you're drained. You're uninspired. Spirit's saying that you need to take guard down because your guards are like right up. You're like in survival mode. You need to like take that down a notch. Okay? And the reason why I'm saying this is because there's certain things that are coming in for you that you need to be able to energetically receive or energetically attract. And by keeping your guard up, you're not going to be able to do that. Okay? So, find your heart space. Reacquaint yourself with your heart space. Make sure that you're in a safe place. Okay? And let your guards down. Put your fucking groceries down for a minute. Okay, knowing that they're valuable, you're going to pick them up. You're not going to just walk away and leave your groceries behind, right? Give me a minute. I got to change out my earbud. All right, my people, can you hear me? Is it the same? Is it better? Is it worse? Can you guys hear me? This is a sound check with the new earbud. Can you hear me okay? All right. Okay, so what was I just saying? With the Ace of Wands, you're deflated. Um, Again, this comes back to filling your own love cup. This is finding your own self-worth within you. This is finding your inner light, allowing that inner light to guide you. You're not doing this for anybody but you and your relationship with the Most High. Okay? If people don't want to be in your life, you're talking to somebody that's had to pretty well let go of 3/4 of their family. Okay? You're talking to somebody that's had to pretty well let go of 3/4 of their friend base, of all their acquaintances and people in their life. Okay? Literally let go to them. I might have maybe two hands and a foot of people that I still resonate with or even uh, allow into my own energy that I've known pretty well my whole life. Okay, and there's certain people that I love from my family that I cared for so much, so deeply, and I've literally had to let them go. Why? Because they were toxic, extremely toxic. Okay, and I'm not saying this as a pity party, but what I'm saying is that it's okay to let family go. It is okay to let friends go. It's okay to let these acquaintances go if they do not serve your highest good. Okay, if they are creating havoc or chaos within your life and creating chaos within your peace of mind, you have every right to have the self worth within yourself to say no and to put up a boundary and a requirement that works with your common good of who you are and who you are trying to show up to be. You have the right and the self worth to set boundaries to certain people. You don't have to have these boundaries for everyone. People will show you how they are and who they are through their actions. Okay? You might get a little bit of an inkling in their words, but their actions will show without a doubt who they are. You know, they could say that they're nice as pie, meanwhile they're stabbing you in your back. Okay? So be wary as to who you share your energy with. Because with the Ace of Wands, due to the people that you hang around with, due to the fact that you have these people in your energy, okay, they will bring you down. This is the whole point back to you are what you hang with. You are who you reside with. You are what you choose to eat. The temple that you create within your mind, body, and spirit, it all matters. Okay? It all matters. Without this, okay, you will feel lost. I guarantee you. Hands down, the most reason why people are feeling lost is due to the fact that they have or they lost connection with the divine and themselves as well as their purpose. And in order to do that, they go and they look outside of themselves for the answers and they never find it. They search their whole fucking life for this. Meanwhile, it's all within themselves, all sitting hiding behind their trauma and tribulations. Every trial and tribulation that we go through hides a little bit more of our heart space. It acts as a shell to protect our heart. And that's where red flags come from. So when we're actually looking at the grand scheme of things, and we see it for what it actually is, we come to find out that what harms us and what hurts us is hurting other people. Mainly because we're hurting ourselves. It's this big vicious circle. This is where the hurt people hurt people. It snowballs effect. And again, when we're looking back at the fact of the narcissist and the empath, okay, it is the narcissist versus the empath. We all, as an individual, can take on either one of these traits. Okay, if we're more sensitive, if we're more able to be tuned in with ourselves and each other, then we're more or less within the empath. When we are broken and we are damaged and we are full of trauma, we tend to go into the narcissistic shell of a being because we have no self worth because of our trauma, because of what we've been made out to be, to the point where we hate ourselves. So then we lash out and we bleed out all over everybody else, and we take no accountability for our actions. So it's the fight between the dark and the light within each person, whether you're masculine or feminine. We all have these characteristics of possibility. And it's all depending on how you work with your inner child and work with your inner voice and inner self, and how you've dealt with your trauma, how you've sat with your trauma, how you've uh, accounted for and taken responsibility for, okay? And shown compassion to yourself and others. This is how our spirit and our consciousness evaluates our experiences, okay? And if we don't sit there and we don't show compassion and forgiveness for our own trials and errors and tribulations, we tend to go into that narcissistic darkness. So it's a very fragile, sacred world out there, and it all depends on how you focus and what you focus on. Just bear with me. I'm just making some tea. I hope you're enjoying the little channeled messages that are popping out. I'll be back there at the screen in a moment. Please be nice in the chat. Behave. I thank you all for tuning in tonight. It's so great to have you here. My mod team is pretty darn strong, so please behave. Got some ginger honey tea brewing in the coffee press. Thank you all for your patience. I'll be right there. Hello. How's it going? See? Yes, it's got something to do with that, Yasha. The different wolf that you feed matters. Yeah, no lies here. Hope you're all doing well. Um, so I wanted to come online a little bit more just over this weekend. And Spirit wanted to come on and wanted me to come on here and talk about something. Hey, Brianna, welcome in. And what Spirit wanted me to talk about is something very, very trigger. They definitely require a trigger warning. It's not something for the faint of heart. But it's something that I've experienced firsthand. And I had come across a article because Spirit had me looking things up. And comes to find that it's definitely a thing. It's definitely something that happens, but it's not spoken about. There's very little light being shed on it. Something very sadistic and cruel. And what I'm talking about is pernicious abuse, otherwise known as um, covert narcissistic homicide. It's where someone abuses you narcissistically, so much so that you take your own life. And the last relationship I was in, I was brought to that point. And my ex, my now ex, was in a relationship prior to this, and they ended up in jail for snapping out. And then another, what, year, maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years in a mental institution. But the X before that didn't get so lucky. The X before that actually committed suicide. The X before that had their life end short because of somebody else's hate in themselves. That they had to bring somebody else down to such a low level to make them feel better about themselves. And my ex wonders why I'm just disgusted. My ex wonders what my big problem is. My ex wonders why I want nothing to do with them anymore. Not once, not twice, but 3 times he tried with 3 different people. God knows how many other people that I don't know about. I'm going to read up on it again. And then I'm going to go for a much needed cigarette. Because Spirit's telling me that I need to speak about this because it's not spoken about enough. Psychological murder, death by covert abuse. We're going to get deep into this. Yes, that's why I'm speaking of it right now. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, Brianna. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Yasha. Psychological murder or pernicious abuse. Pernicious. Pernicious abuse is one of the most unrecognized forms of violence. It goes unrecognized, but it exists. It exists as an extremely covert level, and it happens behind the scenes without anyone ever being aware of what the problem is, the actual real problem, anyway. No evidence of it is left behind, and no one has ever been convicted of it. Yet in reality, pernicious abuse is something that can and does have a devastating effect not only on the victim but also on society. Pernicious abuse can lead to a person carrying out acts of such as covert psychological murder or perhaps even covert psychological manslaughter, something that is very real and insidious in nature, but unfortunately unrecognized and virtually unquestioned. Psychological murder can take on many forms, but the type I'm really referring to is the covertly narcissistic and or sociopathic nature. And if you'd like to talk, if you'd like to follow along with the the link, you can look on our location. Okay, it's a half decent, reliable place for knowledge. Uh, and just look up psychological murder, death by covert abuse, and you'll find the information. So that's OWLCATION at .com. It's actually a pretty awesome place to find really any type of information. So narcissistic, sociopathic, narcopath abuse takes place when a narcissist or sociopath or narcopath attempts to convince someone who has discovered their unbelievably shallow secrets gradually over time that they are crazy and proceeds to manipulate them into keeping quiet or to ultimately face their wrath. They use techniques such as crazy making, character assassination, and gaslighting in order to get their victims to question their own sanity. So, how I've experienced this myself is that when I found out that he was a widow and I dug a little deeper into what happened, and he mentioned to me that he committed suicide, he also mentioned that he kind of felt guilty for the fact that there was some sort of a situation dealing with that suicide. He had guilt there. So I spoke to him about it. I said, so where does this guilt result from? Like, what is the situation? And it's due to the fact of taking accountability, the fact that there was drugs involved, the fact that he was the breadwinner, the one bringing in the money, and whatever the case may be. So he kind of felt guilty at the fact of all the drug use and him being a perpetrator in that. Over time, he played with my emotions. And by me being an empath, this was done energetically. So a lot of the anxiety, a lot of the hurt, a lot of the guilt, a lot of this feeling that he was feeling, he was projecting it onto me energetically. And so then I was then feeling this, not realizing that this was not my own, feeling this through taking on the accountability of all these feelings and emotions when it wasn't even mine to begin with. Not only that, is it kept me away from my own inner voice. It kept me away from and disconnected me to my higher power. It left me in shambles. It left me in pieces. Okay? And this is how they turned around to try to make me out to be the problem, to make me be the own, make me question my own sanity. So, they generally do so by ostracizing the victim while continuing to act out their part, expertly hiding their true outrageous behavior while successfully having everyone around them fooled. Everything is done to appease those around them while their manipulative and controlling tactics take place behind the scenes. Outside of people's awareness, the victim is forced to question their own sanity because they don't realize that they are the victim, as everything is done to manipulate them, taking place outside of their conscious awareness. So a lot of the different things are being said behind their back, and then people are projecting those energies out on this person, and they have no reason, they have no way, they have no recollection as to why. The longer time goes on, the longer the victim tries to do something about it or sticks up for themselves, the more severe the abuse becomes. The narcissist sociopath has already built an army of unwitting abusers who all help to drive the victim crazy. The long term consequences of these actions can be a devastating, soul crushing, and reality shattering path to be led down. So, the first job I had, okay? The first job I had after I had left my ex, okay? I was riddled with emotions. Every single time I had to wake up and go to work, I had to go and drive by their fucking road. And every time I drove by the road, I started bawling. And there was a couple times where I had actually had to been late for work because I had no choice but to pull over because I was bawling my eyes out. So, not only that is the next job after I got laid off from there for apparently a bad attitude. Meanwhile, I was going through a healing process in order to get over the fucking douchebag to begin with. And then just around my birthday, no less, is when I get laid off due to a contract dismissal. Right, so they had to downsize the company. Life goes on, whatever. I get another job at another place, and it was just around income tax, so I had a little time to play with. And then I got into this other place, and my ex and the supervisor had some sort of cahoots and literally made my 30 days working there an absolute hell. So, yeah, They definitely build an army of unwitting abusers who all help to drive the victim crazy. The long term consequences over the year, okay, of fighting for my life, living in my car, almost dying in my car, to the point where I finally moved cities. I moved an hour and a half away to think that maybe that might be good enough. Okay, I get another job. And what happens? Apparently, I don't know how to do what I'm told. Meanwhile, the supervisors are giving me nothing but praise for all the great job that I'm doing. Okay, so somebody took a look into my past references, which was my ex, and they dug deep into the situation and found out through my ex, apparently, that there was some sort of a bad relationship there, and that maybe I shouldn't be working for the job that I had. So they basically told me within like 3 weeks of working there that, yeah, no, not happening. We don't want you back. Okay, why not? Because apparently you don't know how to do it. You don't know what to do. Like you're. Meanwhile, I was learning. It was something I already knew how to do, but I was relearning it. I was reprogramming my brain to do it the way the company wanted because I figure, you know what, if they're going to pay me a half decent amount of money, I'm going to relearn what I learned and then qualify it and quantify it into something that's beneficial. So I wasn't necessarily closed minded to learn something. But apparently, I don't know I don't do what I'm told. Meanwhile, I was doing everything the supervisors were telling me to do. So something isn't adding up. Anyhow, of course, there are many other types of abuse that can have just as damaging or severe long term consequences. However, psychological forms of abuse such as gaslighting, mental rape, slander, defamation, and distortion campaigns of person's reputation are done so covertly and expertly that they are very rarely identified early enough. The abuser, when carrying out these covert tasks, is faceless and undercover, so they usually just do this as a like a word of mouth kind of situation. Narcopathic abuse. Victims of this type of abuse are commonly left with no resources they can use to escape the situation. The abuser has stolen their finances, their identity, and has turned the victim's own family and friends against them due to the malicious web of lies and deceit that have been woven. The victim is trapped with no way out, or at least that is what they are made to believe. And this exact thing is what brings me to my page, what brings me to my YouTube. Okay? This is what brought me to my YouTube, right here, this paragraph. Because not only was I getting gaslit by the resources that are supposed to be there to help us, okay? Gaslit by everybody, saying that apparently I'm the problem when I know I'm not the fucking problem because I already looked at myself to see if I was the problem, okay? And I looked deep within myself to find out that no, I was not the fucking problem. Although victims go through what can only be described as being dragged through hell backwards, narcissistic and sociopathic abuse via heightened communication is so difficult to pick up on the human radar of perception that the victim is usually left scratching their head asking, is it me? They have been made to believe that they are the problem. Such abusers are so shallow that they may cheat on their partner on significant occasions such as Valentine's Day or while they are away at a funeral, at times when the victim will least expect it. Not only that, they will do it with the person the victim suspects the least, time and time again. In many cases, the victim may turn to drugs or alcohol as a means to escape, just like the first ex. The stress they are forced to endure can be so severe that if they don't find some sort of release in order to feel a sense of escape, they continue to build up with overwhelming tension, anxiety, emotional suffering, and may develop an overactive mind, which can literally drive them crazy. Post traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, can soon follow. That's not to say that the drugs will, either prevent it from happening or even slow the process down, they won't. They will only exacerbate the situation in the long run. Psychological murder. The abuser never quits abusing the victim's self-esteem gets worn down to the core until they go through the process of devaluation, dehumanization, and disassociation. The victim is made to feel that they are nothing in this world, that they now have nothing. They now have no meaning and nowhere to go, and nobody wants them anymore except for the narcissistic sociopathic abuser, who can now use the victim as their emotional mental slave. The narcopath is now their god. And this actually brought me to the point of me being down on the ice in my boxers and my winter boots and a sledgehammer axe, a splitting axe, chopping a hole in the ice to jump in it. Okay? So that's my experience with this whole situation. Not wanting to fucking live anymore because of this asshole, this fucking douchebag. The process is so subliminal and it happens so gradually that it could take place over the course of 10 to 20 or even 30 years or more. It lasted less than a year with me. I ain't taking that shit. The victim knows that even if they did escape the situation, the abuser would probably continue to ruin the rest of their life and or future relationships anyway. And in many cases, after the partner has left, the abuser continues to drive them crazy, gradually destroying their reputation, their life, and their soul, sometimes referred to as a soul murder. And I'm literally experiencing this right now. The last 6 to 8 months of my life has basically been this. But nothing to see here. Eventually, the victim may be left feeling suicidal but fearful that others would see it as a selfish act. Additionally, they don't want others to be left picking up the pieces they left behind because they do feel real, true, genuine empathy. For this reason, many victims believe they have no choice but to continue suffering the abuse and may feel the damage is already done. Some victims may ultimately decide to continue to pump as much alcohol or drugs into their system as they can. This way that they can use not only a form of escapism, but also to slowly kill themselves so that they can reach to the point that they have to suffer the abuse no longer. Others may not turn to substance abuse, but may end up suffering fatal medical issues as a result of abuse alone, which may potentially lead to death result of pernicious abuse. Some may even be given up on in their hopes to escape and may just accept things the way that they are, conditioned into codependence. But unless they are an inverted narcissist, then the stress will eventually take its toll. Stress is well known to cause a myriad of health problems, both mental and physical, many of which can be fatal. Ultimately, the victim takes knowledge of their covert psychological murder to the grave, which forever remains a secret inside the mind of the abuser. And this is basically what's eating him up inside to the point where he has to continue to do it to other people. And he's telling me that I'm spreading fake fucking news. I can't fake that, okay? When he's a widow, when his ex committed suicide, and the ex after that snapped out, knocked him off his ass because he didn't want to deal with his manipulation anymore. He ruined his reputation, put him in jail because of it. Reactive abuse. He should be exalted of all charges due to the fact that it was reactive abuse. He should have his reputation brought back to good standing. That's what I would be fighting for. I would be fighting for justice for Anton. May he rest in peace, because sure as hell he's haunted my dreams for months, wanting justice. To which I looked this up online, which brought me to this moment. this channel. This is the reason why I'm here speaking. This is why I'm here providing messages. Anton haunted my dreams, had me waking up every night, would not let me sleep. My ex's mother came back from the dead to apologize to me for creating a monster. And I'm just supposed to let it roll off my back. The last year of my life, fighting for my life, I'm just supposed to roll it off my back. And then the douchebag messages me on Valentine's Day thinking that, you know, oh, maybe if I message him something funny, maybe he'll, you know, maybe I'll get some sort of a reaction because I haven't heard from him in a while. I wonder why. But somehow I'm supposed to just look beyond it. Somehow I'm just supposed to let bygones be bygones. Somehow I'm just supposed to, you know, find some sort of compassion for him, some sort of forgiveness for ripping me apart. How do I forgive that? I want to thank you guys for listening and tuning in. I needed to get that off my chest. And I hope to hell the authorities are watching. And I hope to hell they can get some officers on this. Because if I have to go to the federal RCMP, I will. I've already went to the local police department here. They gaslighted me. I went to the the provincial police. They pretty well gaslighted me and told me to call the regional. And I'm tired. Now I'm having to find out where, you know, my income tax is sitting because now they are reassessing my income tax for the year that I was with my ex. And I feel like writing a book and sending it in. You want to reassess my income tax? Enjoy my book. The situation is, a couple more days after he sent me that text, I couldn't handle it anymore. I'm like, fine, you want to send me a text message, then you're going to receive a phone call. And I decided to FaceTime the bastard and ask him what the whole purpose was behind sending me what he sent me. which he proceeded to tell me that it was just funny. It was just something he thought of me for. And it just happened to be a meme of Tucker Carlson and Putin, Vladimir Putin, having their little soiree meeting, talking about whatever they're talking about, and it's showing me is I didn't say that with Tucker Carlson, and it's showing my wife with Putin holding up the pamphlet of paperwork that he's giving to Tucker Carlson, basically saying that, yeah, I'm pretty well calling him on his shit. He's basically outing himself. He's pretty well in a meme admitting in showing admittance to whatever it is. And then I call him and I'm like, what's the whole purpose behind this? Like, what's the main message you're trying to send me with this meme? He's like, oh, I just thought it was funny. I'm like, okay, so you messaged me on Valentine's Day about something that's funny that you really didn't think about. You really didn't think about it, and the one time that you decide to communicate with me, it's just something stupid. How's about you just lose my fucking number, never contact me again, stay the fuck out of my energy, don't think of me, don't talk about me, don't look in my direction, don't do anything regarding me. Just leave me the fuck alone. Get on with your fucking life. Let me get on with mine. I'm moving on. Leave me alone. And then he goes to say, I love you, and I hang up before he gets a chance. Sweet dreams, Juanita. Thank you for joining in tonight. For those that are still kicking, I'm still going to do some card pulls, so stay with me. Spirit just basically told me, okay, they've been on me all weekend to make a video on it. And I'm like, no, I don't want to talk about this. Like, I want to move on from this. And Spirit's like, no, you need to make you need to make a video on this. You need to validate not only yourself on this, but you have to share this with your YouTube because other people are going to resonate with this. Other people are going to understand where you're coming from. It's going to validate some things for them as well. Spirit's also telling me to say that if they really loved you, they would treat you better. If they really loved you and if they really cared, they'd actually show up. If they actually wanted to change, you would see change happening. They would validate you, they would cherish your company, they would cherish who you are, they would cherish your sanity and your peace of mind. By chance, is it something to do with badass counseling? Because you can find him here on YouTube as well, and he is phenomenal if you're looking for resources. Badass counseling is badass. I'm tired of being put in this victim mentality by these fucking scoundrels. Hands down. And I'd hate to have to take it into my own hands. I'd hate to have to take care of it myself. because I'll tell you, some people would be having a rude awakening, I'll tell you. And I'm only 5'2", but I make up for it in many other ways. Right, so name roll call. Put your favorite emoji in the chat for the three of you that's here. If you'd like a couple cards drawn, that is Yasha. You got some cards done already. Cynthia. I thank you guys for hanging out tonight. Really? Okay. So Spirit wants me to talk about something. So I'm going to talk about it. Da Vinci. The good old Da Vinci Code. Da Vinci. Mr. Da Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci. He was a brilliant man. Okay? He's also an Aries. And he not only knew about astrology, he not only was an inventor, he was not only a painter, but he was the keeper of secrets. And a lot of the secrets he put into his paintings. And he is what brought the ability of the royal secret of the rose into the 21st century. The secret of the rose is dealing with the Rosicrucians and the keeper of the rose, the keeper of the royal bloodline. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but I'm going to stay on topic. In the Bible, it states, and I'm not necessarily going to get all religious on you, okay? Don't get me wrong. It's one thing to be a Christian, it's another thing to be Christ-like. Jesus was a man, he was a brilliant man, a very, very loving man. He liked to meditate, he liked to help his community. He's very loving and compassionate to his friends and his acquaintances and anyone that he met. And within his time walking the earth, he grew to become one of the most renowned ascended masters of earth. And Constantine had created a situation of control under the rule of his name. And over millennia, we've been deceived into thinking that we should be worshiping Christ. When, just as Stephen says, he is our brother. He is not our idol. He is our brother. He is our ancestor. He very well could be the Son of God. But so are we, children of God, children of the Most High. We are built and created in His image, the image of the guardian of earth. We are not meant to worship Jesus. We are meant to follow the footsteps, okay? The footsteps in the sand. Let me pull that up. Come on. The poem Footsteps in the Sand. The poem Footsteps in the Sand. Look up the poem Footsteps in the Sand. Somehow it got set an alarm for 6:45. This is fucking stupid. Come on now. I don't want to set an alarm for 6:45. It's not what I want to do. Footsteps in the Sand poem. There we go. Badass counseling. So, footsteps in the sand. One night I dreamed I was walking along the beach with the Lord. Many scenes from my life flashed across the sky. In each scene I noticed footprints in the sand. Sometimes there were two sets of footprints, other times there was only one. This bothered me because I noticed that during the low periods of my life, when I was suffering from anguish, sorrow, and defeat, I could only see one set of footprints. So I said to the Lord, "You promised me, Lord, that if I was following you, that if I followed you, you would walk with me, always. But I've noticed that during the most trying periods of my life, there's only been one set of footprints in the sand. Why, when I needed you the most, have you not been there for me?" The Lord replied, "The years when you have seen only one set of footprints, my child, is when I carried you." Oh, I just got goosebumps. The ability to follow within his footsteps of compassion and love and forgiveness is the way. That is the way. That is how you follow. This is how you follow in the footsteps. You follow through forgiveness, you follow through compassion, you follow through love. To know that your ancestors are always with you. They lived, they strived, they suffered so that you could live. If you ever needed inspiration in order to live, in order to keep going, and in order to strive for more and focus in the right direction, if you ever needed that inspiration, do it for your ancestors. Do it in honor of them. They didn't fight their whole life for us to just turn out to be cowards and shy away and give up. Our ancestors are rooting us on, telling us to be strong. I think that's a pretty remarkable message. I hope that's empowered you at some point tonight. Okay. Whoa. Okay, so we got the Knight of Cups, we got the Knight of Pentacles falling on the floor. Then we got the Empress, we got the Nine of Cups, we got the Five of Cups, we got the Ace of Wands, we got the Devil, we got the Six of Swords, and we got the Three of Swords. Then we got the Sun, we've got the King of Wands, we got the Moon, and we got the Strength card. And then we got the Wheel of Fortune over here. Somebody's going through some chaos. I'm going to get more into these cards because they seem to be a little bit interesting here. So we've got a Knight of Cups and a Knight of Pentacles, so an Earth and a Water sign. Um, or quite possibly somebody emotionally and mentally or financially unstable. Okay, so somebody is very unstable right now. If they're sitting in these two energies, yeah. Something to do with they're losing everything. They've got nothing but bad luck happening. Maybe I'm talking about the asshole. Somebody's burnt out with the sun upside down, trying to find strength and illumination in the dark. Somebody's finding out some secrets, information coming to light. Something, I don't know. The King of Wands is sitting here upside down. Somebody in a very pissed off energy. Somebody not very happy at all. And then we got the Empress out here, feeling a little bit, well, they're not feeling loved. Their self-loathing is on par. Trying to heal from heartbreak. Feeling very deflated. Trying to rid themselves of temptation and toxicity. Yet not wanting to let go. Not wanting to move on. Yet they're healing. They're trying to heal in a toxic situation. I'm going to let you know now, if this is resonating with anyone, you cannot heal in a toxic situation. Okay? There's got to be some sort of way, some sort of option for you to get out of where you are, out of your toxic situation in order to be able to heal yourself. But if you try to heal in a toxic place, you're basically running in circles. I'm speaking from personal experience. It does not get better. I told you the World card was coming out tonight. There it is. Yikes. Alright, spirit, guide, guards, protectors. Give me some messaging. Oh. The Judgment and Ten of Cups upside down, okay? I can sort of relate to this. The Judgment upside down is talking about misjudging someone, misunderstanding, miscommunication. The Ten of Cups upside down is talking about chaos. It's talking about the, um, the dismantling of a family, of a wish fulfillment. Things moving into chaos. It's almost like I'm, in essence, for me, as an example, I'm misjudging how chaotic this douchebag of an ex can actually be. That's what I'm getting from that. Anyway, Spirit, talk to me. Any messages for the collective? Yeah, the devil upside down. Ridding toxic addictions, whatever, out of your life. Purifying your life. Creating a sacred space within yourself, within your space, in order to have peace of mind, serenity, taking a leap of faith in a new direction. What else have we got happening here? What have we got going on, Spirit? For some of you, this is not the time to rest. You need to get up, you need to get out, you need to get moving. We got the Four of Swords here, talking about taking a rest after battle. Illumination of the darkness is coming, so there's going to be information coming to light. There's definitely lies coming to truth. Um, what is done in the dark, it will always come to light. So those people that thinking that they're going to pull the wool over your eyes, you're coming to an awareness of that happening. Some of you are bored. Some of you are bored with the status quo. You're praying to the universe for a sign. Please be open to those signs, because the signs of the universe are there. The divine is speaking to you. You're stepping into your boss energy. You are stepping out of your hermit mode. You're coming out of your head. You're starting to think things a lot more clearly. You're looking outside of yourself rather than your inside. So be sure to have that in balance. Always go within first before you find anything outside of yourself. Um, and if you do look outside of yourself and you want to work that backwards, you can do so, but make sure if you find something outside of yourself, always seek guidance within to finalize and confirm that this is the right thing for you, or this is the right avenue or area or focus. This will possibly be the answer to somebody being stuck, because the answers are within you. You might have a lot of distractions, but when you search within yourself, you find out the answers. You'll find out the clarity that you're looking for. That's wild. Six of Cups, there could be some sort of a relationship coming back from the past, a nostalgic energy. Something feels good about this. It could be a blast from the past. It could be an old friend that's coming back out of the woodwork. Somebody could be getting pregnant. Somebody could be having a baby. Somebody could be creating a new venture or starting a new creation or a new job, a new way of nurturing and caring for maybe themselves, but their family, the people around them, the community. Um, we're talking about the Empress here. She's standing in her power. She's standing in her element of creation. She's a creator. She's a nurturer. She's a teacher. She's a lover. Okay, she's a protector. She's a warrior. Okay, so quite possibly maybe some energy that you might want to invoke within yourself and nurture within yourself. And if you're a masculine, you very well could be nurturing your feminine side, which is it's perfectly fine. It helps you be more compassionate. It actually helps you step in line with your true self, being in balance with your masculine and feminine side of yourself. It's actually very, very good. It helps you to be the best version of who you are. Okay, it don't make you gay. It makes you emotionally available. It makes you emotionally stable. Okay, that's the difference on it. So, what do we got going on, Spirit? Any other messages? Somebody's losing hope. Somebody's got no hope. Somebody thinks that they can't get out of the situation that they're in. Okay? The star upside down is talking about no hope. It's talking about self worth, of not having that worth within self, not recognizing the star within you. Okay? So, this is need to be turning that frown upside down and right side up. Okay? Have hope. Have hope in the magic. Okay? We're all made of magic. We're all made of stardust. Okay? We are all made of what dreams are made of, if we only see the magic within us. Okay? Somebody thinks they're losing out. Somebody's thinking they're not going to be able to pick up the pieces. And they need to change their whole perspective. Maybe these are pieces that aren't supposed to be picked up. Maybe the things that they're losing right now, that you're losing right now, are not meant for you. Maybe the universe is trying to align you to something better. Maybe that's why you're having this moment where things seem to be falling apart. When if you'd actually take a moment to really look around and see what the situation is, it's actually falling into place. And these pieces that you don't feel that you have any energy to pick up, they're not yours to pick up anyway. These pieces that you're yet to pick up, it's not your mess to clean up. This is you taking accountability for somebody else's stupidity. Why should you take somebody else's accountability? They should be taking it out, taking responsibility for it themselves. I don't know who needed to hear that, but there it is. Yeah, somebody's dealing with a manipulator. Somebody's taking you for granted. Somebody's using you as a puppet. Somebody's coming into a new union. We got the Two of Cups sitting here on the bottom of the deck. Something you don't see coming. What else we got, Spirit? What other messages? We got a Knight of Wands coming in. So quite possibly somebody might be coming into a fire sign. Knight of Wands. So this dude knows what he's doing. He's doing it right. He's very passionate, very intuitive. He don't mess around. Um, very, very passionate soul. Somebody that wants love, but more of a passionate kind of situation going on. Somebody's stuck. Somebody doesn't know what direction to go into. That's okay. Take time out for yourself. Take time for you to heal. Take a couple moments and breathe, and then look at it again. Somebody's not going to be left out in the cold. Rest assured, this is your confirmation. Don't worry about that. Have faith in the divine. The divine's got you. I'm supposed to say that. Okay? By the way, this video stream broadcast will destruct upon completion. It will self-destruct upon completion. Somebody thinks all the work that they've put into something is all for nothing, that they're not going to get anything out of it. Okay? I'm going to let you know now the divine sees it all. The divine's going to pay you back. Like, I'm saying this over and over and over again. The divine's got you. The divine's going to catch you. Okay? They see the investment that you put in, the work, the sweat, the tears, the stress. They see what you put into it. You are going to get something back in the most unexpected places. You got somebody fighting, okay? Because you're ending something out. And you're not only ending something out, you're using it as your testimony. You're using it as your stepping stone. Okay? You're using it to actually move forward. Okay? So people aren't liking this. They're fighting you tooth and nail on this. Okay? And I can totally resonate with this one. So the people that are fighting you on this are the ones that are being left behind. Okay? And they're being left to their own demise while you level up. Okay? You're leaving them in the dust. Okay? Do not stop. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. The $200 means fuck all compared to where you're going. $200 is gonna be peanuts compared to where you're going. Okay? So you've got many blessings coming. And you're using your testimony, your own story, your own life story to get there. Okay? You're literally gonna change the world. Okay? So do not stop. Doesn't matter how much fucking stupid noise they make in the background. Do not stop. Keep going. Keep on that soapbox. Keep speaking your truth. Keep raising awareness. Because people are going to see you. People are going to know you. People are going to see you all over the world. And you're going to bring them hope to know that they can get through it, that they can survive just like you have. And that's why I'm here. Because I'm not quitting without a fight. And if they think that they're going to get me down, they're sadly mistaken. And they clearly have no fucking clue who they're talking to or who they're dealing with. I will not surrender. I will not submit. You got this, Yasha. Come on. Come on, we'll get through this. No, no, nobody's gonna break my stride. Nobody's gonna get me down. Oh no, gotta keep on moving. Nobody's gonna break my stride. Nobody's gonna get me down. No, no, gotta keep on moving. I don't know. I'm channeling a song, I guess. I don't usually do that. Does anybody have any questions before I head out for the night? We got 5 in the chat. If you're just jumping in now and you'd like a question answered, if you got a question or you want a couple cards drawn, just throw your favorite emoji in the chat, please. Matthew Wilder. I haven't put it on my playlist. Yeah. Steven! I'll get you a couple cards. Alright, Spirit, what do we got for Steven? You need to use your intuition. You got some quarrels and some bullshit coming in at you, and you need to know what's going on ahead of time. Your intuition's going to tell you that. Your little spidey sense, you need to get in touch with that, my friend. You're feeling kind of drained. You've kind of lost hope. But you're coming out of a time of quarrels and battle and drama and bullshit. So no wonder you got your strength card upside down, having a little bit of a hard time catching your breath. But you are you're sitting here in the emperor position here, and you're trying to stand in your power, which is beneficial and very honorable. Okay, uh, you got your high priestess here. Priest. This is talking about using your intuition, following your inner voice. You got your 5 of Wands here, talking about the quarrels and drama and bullshit. But you're coming out of it, right? You're coming out of that paradigm and the chaos, and it's kind of feeling nice and peaceful, but you're still burnt out. Talk to me, Spirit. What's going on with Steve? Tell me what he needs to know. You got some communication coming forward with the Ace of Swords. Okay, so information is coming to light about a certain situation that you might be waiting on answers for. The answers are coming. You're also moving. There's also a change of direction that you're taking. A new passionate direction, quite possibly a new venture, quite possibly a new relationship. I don't know. But you're taking action in a different direction overall. which is going to benefit your future. It's rather you stay on the track that you are, or you change your life and you go in a new direction, which I think you're going to change and go in the new direction, which is going to present you with more opportunity and possibilities. And this is also going to present a possibility for you to heal, okay, from a lot of the heartbreak and a lot of even something saying the childhood wounds that you've been still carrying on, uh, carrying with you all these years. There's going to be some sort of an enlightenment, some sort of a compassionate time or connection with someone that's going to help you alleviate and heal that. So very well could be a good position for you to take on the courage to heal. Okay, keep an open heart, keep an open mind. Um, it doesn't really show you going into anything negative, so you can take your guard down. Use discernment. If you feel that there's a red flag there, pay attention to it. They're not just pretty things to look at. Okay, and then that's where you can act accordingly and raise your guard, or raise your standards or your requirements overall, and put your foot down and stick to your standards and your integrity. Okay, that way you're not going to get hurt again. That way you can stand forward in your own truth and your own experience and not allow others to take advantage of you going forward. What other messages we got for Stephen? Any other messages for Stephen? Okay, so we got the Wheel of Fortune here. I'm getting a feeling of a misunderstanding. There was some sort of a misunderstanding, or I get a feeling that there's somebody gaslighting you about some sort of a contract or some sort of a exchange, or quite possibly selling something. There's some sort of a misunderstanding. Does this resonate with you at all? I don't know why, but it's kind of taking you out of your element. It's kind of taking the wind out of your sails. And it's kind of getting you having your guard up. It's like, what the hell? Like, this isn't what I wanted. This is not what I signed up for. Just as I'm saying that you can take your guard down, this is telling you to put your guard up. So I can understand how you could be kind of fleeting, kind of anxious about your current situation, not knowing who to trust, not knowing what to do. But there is judgment coming. Um, there's divine judgment coming. The trumpets are being, you were being deceived. So divine judgment, the hammer is going to clicketh soon. Come hammer a thing down if. Yeah, Five of Cups. You're coming out of a time of heartbreak, of deception, of emotional anguish. But you still have blessings. So, don't think that you don't have something good coming, because you still have something in your ethers. You still have something in your energy that's beneficial to you. Still a reason to live. Although there's certain people here that don't want to collaborate with you, that's okay. Look through another window, look through another door, look for another pathway. Okay, there's other options coming forward. Just because people don't want to collaborate with you don't mean shit. Doesn't mean that your idea is bad. Okay, they're just not in the same elemental as you are. They're not in the same energy or process or on the same level as you. They don't see the benefit of whatever this contract is. So, you got Archangel Michael kicking it with you, protecting you. What else? Oh, the Lovers. You're finding a balance within self as well as a possible new union. That's cool. So if you're having a relationship, or you're in a lover's relationship or whatnot, this could be with a fire sign coming forward. That's funny. If you end up with gills like the fish. Third, you'll be forced to be there. Ten of Swords, you're not having it anymore. You're letting go of the shit that doesn't serve you. You're letting go of all the gossip, people talking shit about you, talking smack behind your back kind of deal. You're letting it all go. It's like you don't give a shit anymore. Like it doesn't matter. It's not taking any gravity with you anymore, which is good. Which is good. Like you got better things to do with your time. So I don't know. I hope that helped. I hope that resonated. Is there anybody else before I let you guys go? Somebody needs to love themselves more. Work on nurturing themselves more. The Nine of Cups keeps coming out upside down. Yeah, somebody's dealing with a manipulator. Open your fucking eyes and see what you're being dealt. Careful on who you share your energy with. Somebody's going to come in, be very emotionally unavailable, yet they're going to come love bomb you, and then they're going to retract, and then they're very mentally, emotionally, and financially unstable. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Thank you, Stephen. Miss Christina, hello. Hopefully you're still kicking it with the pain meds. That's not fun. All right, Spirit, is there any messages for Miss Christina? Are there any messages for Miss Christina? What do we got here? We got the Empress. We got the Five of Cups. We got the Temperance. We got the Judgment. We got the Ace of Swords. We got the Ace of Cups. We got the Ace of Pentacles. What is going on with you, my dear? It's more than just your teeth. Holy shit. You're sitting upright as an Empress. You've got the Five of Cups upright. You've got the Temperance upside down. You've got the Judgment upside down. You've got the Ace of Swords upside down. You've got the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles upside down. This is a bit much for me. Because somebody's lying, somebody's like emotionally unavailable and financially unstable and totally misjudging you for who you are. And all they're doing is creating chaos in your life. They're literally out to fucking end you. What is going on? What the fuck? Lies are coming to light. There's a lot of shit coming to light, okay? Okay? There's a lot of people involved in this. And what is done in darkness is coming to light. Okay? You're divinely protected. I'm telling you that right now. Regardless if the temperance is right side up or upside down, you're standing in your Empress aspect of self. Okay? The Empress and the Emperor are always divinely protected. Okay? Divinely guided, guarded, and protected. Okay? Spirit's telling me to tell you specifically to stop tuning them out. There's been a couple close calls come up where, had you not listened, you would be dead. Please get in touch with your inner voice, your inner heart space. Okay? Learn to trust that. This is one of the big aspects of the Empress, that she trusts her intuition. She's been through all four queens: the pentacles, the cups, the swords, and the wands. She's worked hard to get to this position. She must not understate and undermine that journey that which she has gone through. She must not forget where she came from. Okay? If you find it hard to meditate, put on some frequency music. Put on some ambient music. Put on some music that you like to listen to that will get you up and dancing. Okay? You don't have to be sitting or laying down to meditate. You can be getting up and just throwing some tunes on and dance. It's just about creating a balance within your energy. Okay? If you love to dance, then dance. If you love to listen to music, listen to music. If you love to go for a drive, go for a drive. Whatever brings you peace of mind. You need to smoke a fucking joint. Smoke a fucking joint. Like, do what you gotta do. Okay? But, okay, you know, do what you gotta do, but do it in a position that is going to be sacred for your being. Do it in the best interest of who you are and what you need. Okay? Yes. And meditation, it helps you to still your mind. Okay? And that's why some people are good, some people aren't. Okay? Because some people don't like the fact of it being still. They don't like the quietness of their mind when it's like that. Okay? Because they probably live a chaotic life and it's very uncomfortable. All right? So when you're looking at your life and what you're trying to do, you got to be compassionate. Think about it. What would Jesus do? He's going to be loving. He's going to be forgiving. He's going to be compassionate. He's going to be full of integrity and intention and mindfulness. Okay? He's not going to judge you. He's not going to rip you apart. He's not going to belittle you. He's not going to make you feel shit like a pile of shit. Right? So don't feel this way to yourself. Don't make this more hard, more difficult than what it needs to be. Okay, when you're being called to meditate, this is basically just trying to ground and balance out the energies within you. Sometimes we're feeling a little anxious. Sometimes just walking with our bare feet in the sand or in the dirt or in this, even in the snow. If you like that kind of thrill, go for it. But, you know, it is what it is. But being connected to the earth in some way, shape, or form, it does help with the balancing of and grounding of your energy. Okay? And the biggest thing here, when we're anxious, okay, when we're filled with anxiety, when we're filled with, like, we're just so upset we go dizzy, okay? We get foggy, we get to a position where we're just stressed right the hell out. Do you ever notice how our heart tends to beat a little louder? You could tend to, you start to notice it beating out of your chest, especially when you're really anxious. It's your body overall saying, guess what? I know you're dealing with panic right now. I know you're anxious right now. I know you're like lost right now. Pay attention to me. Pay attention to your fucking heart. Pay attention to the actual beating of the heart. Pay attention to the actual energy that's within that heart that's creating that beat, that creates that life, that creates that energetic flow of blood through your veins. Okay? It's a miraculous, uh, I'm getting goosebumps. It's a miraculous machine, that heart that's within, okay? Your throat is another thing, okay? Your heart space is what gives you life. It's what opens your mind and your eyes in the morning. Okay, it's what wakes you up. It's what gives you another day. That in itself, just like the oracle cards in the beginning, having gratitude for the little things, the ability to open your eyes and see, the ability to smell and breathe through your nose, the ability to taste, the ability to speak, the ability to hear, the ability to walk, the ability to touch, the ability to feel. Most of us, we have these available to us. Some of us, we don't. Some of us are blind. Some of us are numb. Some of us can't taste anything. Some of us can't see anything. Some of us can't smell anything. When these senses are diminished, other senses come into play, just like our abilities. When we constantly are around traumatic situations, we overanalyze and we overconnect to try to perceive ahead of time what might be coming into the energetic field. So this is how empaths are burned. No, we're not talking about coke. Coke is whack. Where did that even come from? The ability to find sacredness within self is paramount to your survival. You can't be an emperor or an empress and a fuckboy or fuckgirl all at the same time. It's choice, it's intent, it's integrity. How do you want to show up in the world? You want to show up as a fuckboy? You're gonna have fuckboy energy kind of come back at you. You want to show up as an emperor? Well, guess what? You're gonna have emperor type energy come back at you. However you show up, okay, the universe will show up and match you. So just know that if you want to show up like a manipulating asshole douchebag, guess what? The universe is going to show up and treat you just the same. That's the joys of karma. Because all the energy that you give out, it comes back to you. And depending on the harm or the heal, it will determine how it comes back to you, whether it's a threefold, tenfold, hundredfold. And if you're trying to wreak havoc on a chosen one's life or a divine one's life, then it's thousandfold. But most don't know that. So, is there any other messages for the collective spirit? Yeah. Stop being a fuck boy. Stop being a fuck girl. It's not good for your health. You might end up with STDs, spiritually transmitted infections. They're spiritual parasites. It's real. It's a thing. Pay attention. This is why. Thank you, Miss Christina. You are awesome. I'm so grateful for that donation. Thank you so much. How do you get rid of a spiritual one? A really big stick of Palo Santo might help. When one of those parasites latches on, it takes a part of you. You'll feel drained. You feel like you're depressed. You feel like you can't get beyond it. And the way you fix it is through self love and nurturing self. Okay? It's a lot to do with your relationship with the Most High and the Divine Light. It's a inner battle that you must do on your own. And you have to trust in your angels. You trust in your guides, your guards, your protectors. You trust in your ancestors. If you feel inclined and you'd like to be baptized, you can do so with that. You can check with a clergyman. It would actually be kind of funny to go to your doctor and say, "Yeah, I have an STD. Can you check for it? Can you help me cure it?" Okay, which one are you talking about? Well, I've got a bit of a spiritual parasite. Can we get rid of that? I'd love you to find out if you ask your doctor, "Yo, do you know how to get rid of spiritual parasites?" Like, spirituals? No, what? No, we don't believe in spirits. Come on, here, take this pill. This'll make you feel better. Meanwhile, it's an antipsychotic. Fuck's sake. Too funny. Let's see what the Pharaoh Tarot has to say. Pharaoh Tarot, any messages for the collective? These four beautiful people. Any messages for the collective? Okay, so harmony with the opposite sex, with the lovers here. It's shown for, pardon me, it's shown for the future. You will improve your relationship with your lover or marital partner. If a choice is to be made, you will make the right decision. For some other people, hidden enemies and secrets, gossip surround you. Rely on your sixth sense for help. At this time, beware of false friends, harmful gossip. A so-called friend envies your possessions. So heed the warning. Okay, so strength card. This is a fortunate card, but it also indicates hidden obstacles to overcome before eventual success. Honors or promotion will be gained in your chosen field of employment. Okay, any other messages for the collective spirit? What else do they need to know? What do they need to know? You may find obstacles in your path with regard to finances in the near future. You should listen to good advice offered to you in the spirit of friendship. Okay, any other messages, Spirit? Mr. Pharaoh Tarot? Any other messages for the collective? You are missing opportunities by paying too much attention to unimportant petty details. You are an intelligent person and must learn to delegate responsibilities. Okay. Any other messages, Spirit? I'll switch this around. The dark-skinned young man who is quick-witted and hard-working and honorable in his outlook, intent on his pursuit of wealth, features strongly in your future. He will be capable of altering your destiny as the Knight of Pentacles, whoever that might be for. Okay, we've got this card indicates a teenager who is frivolous, extravagant, and wasteful. He is cunning and likes to get his own way. He can do harm to his family by telling lies and unwise gossip. Page of Swords reversed. there any other messages for the collective? This card forecasts a change of position for the better. The future indicates you will gain financially either through inheritance or business prospects. You will soon have to make a major decision. Beware of help offered as a person has an ulterior motive. Watch and remain alert for treachery from someone you trust. Okay. Are there any other messages here, Spirit, for collective? For the collective. Any other messages? Okay, so you will be influenced by a fair young man who tends to be impressionable. He is eager to please, but it takes a lot to arouse him to show enthusiasm. He will shortly bring you news of a new opportunity with the Knight of Cups. Any other final messages for spirit, from the Spirit? You give into temptation far too easily. This card signifies separation of family or friends. This card also could signify future divorce. Any final messages, Spirit? That one kind of popped out. What's this one all about? A serious misunderstanding with relatives or neighbors could arise due to unfavorable criticisms. If this is allowed to get out of hand, it will cause great unhappiness. Any final messages, Spirit? What's on the bottom here? You have experienced some difficulties which have caused you concern. Your patience will now be rewarded as the obstacles will be removed. A trip or journey could be indicated with the chance of new change for the better and new opportunities. Six of Swords. Yes. So, my people, my favorite people, I hope you've had a good night. Thank you so much for tuning in. I do so much appreciate the donations that were brought out tonight. Thank you so much. You're literally helping put food in my mouth. Um, you're helping me pay my bills. This is literally my only option to gain income. So if you'd like to subscribe and like the posts and like my videos and watch my videos and continue to support, I will do my best to help you, providing you with some messages. If you'd like to reach out to get a personal reading, feel free to look in the description box for that for further information and allow a couple days ahead to be reached out to. I will reach out to you. Um, Thank you again for all the support. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. And catch you in the next video. I should be live in the next couple days, if not tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Okay? It's kind of sporadic, but hit the bell button so that way all the notifications, when I go live, you'll get the notification. Okay? And you'll know that I'm going live. And then you can tune in again. Usually it's in the evening, Eastern time. So yeah, that's usually when I aim for it. Sometimes I go live during the day to do some videos, but usually I have the comments off because not a lot of people show for that. I just put the videos out during the day because it's just gives me some time to kind of chillax afterwards. I do have the air sign videos coming out tonight, probably after this. Um, yeah, so I just want to say thank you again for hanging out. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the subs and the donations, the super chats, all that jazz. You guys are amazing. Stay good to yourself. Uh, Treat yourself. Take yourself out on a date. Love yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? The moment you reacquaint yourself with the divine in your heart space is the moment you start living again. Okay? Especially if you're feeling lost, there is hope. There is a way out. Okay? I'm walking proof that there's always hope. Keep going. Don't give up. Have a good night. Catch you in the next one.